The Tsar and his courtiers. Vladimir Putin presiding, his most senior officials seated at a COVID-proof distance.
The main reason for today's Security Council, we need to listen to our colleagues and define future steps in that direction, taking into account the appeal of the heads of the self-proclaimed Lugansk and Donetsk People's Republics to recognize their independence and the Russian parliament on this topic.
The US Secretary of State predicted last week that Russia would manufacture a crisis and theatrically convene emergency meetings to address it, and that is exactly what's happening. Pictures of women and children shipped from Donbass to Russia filling the airwaves over the weekend, 70,000 so far, supposedly to protect them from an imminent Ukrainian offensive, which Ukraine categorically denies. Today, reports of a Russian border guard post blown up by supposed Ukrainian forces, with claims too that a group of 5 infiltrated Russian territory before they were eliminated, again flatly denied by Ukraine. The Kremlin playbook is an overused phrase, but events over the last few days do seem to be following a preordained path set in motion by the video message announcement last week of the evacuation of Donbass, which it turns out was pre-filmed 2 days in advance. Since then, events have been taking an all too familiar path, signposted in advance by the West, swallowed at face value by a large part of the Russian public. Today, Russia's defense minister warned of Ukrainian escalation and pointed to what he called the country's dangerous nuclear ambitions.
I would like to draw the attention of the members of the Security Council to the statement of Mr. Zelensky that they suppose they would like to return to regain the status of a nuclear country. I do not want to say power, but country. It is extremely dangerous.
And so, on the recommendation of his Security Council, a couple of hours later, this announcement from the president.
I believe to take the decision that has been asked to be made for a long time to recognize the independence of Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics. I would like the Federal Union to support and then ratify the agreement between peacekeeping and support between the countries. And these documents will be signed as soon as possible.
Many in the West, and Kremlin watchers too, believe he won't stop there.
The worst scenario that we can expect is that Putin can go to Kiev, and in his logic, the only way to obtain the guarantee that Ukraine will never join NATO is to make Ukraine to disappear as a state in the current state.
Russia's army is poised for action in attack positions along 3 sides of Ukraine's east. It may not be long now before all the West's worst predictions come true. Diana Magnay, Sky News, Moscow.